Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Entertainment Expansion. We are your hosts, Mike Ferrante and Tyler Callahan. Mike, how you doing this week?
Tyler, you know me. I'm settled.
You're what?
I'm settled.
You're settled. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. On a scale of not settled, unsettled to very settled, how settled are you?
I'm chilling.
Chilling? Okay, that's a good level. So, it is halfway through February, and we are finally talking about a movie that came out in 2020. We would have talked about Bad Boys or, how bad the horror movies were in January, but I know we had some important videos to knock out, movies coming forward in 2020. Obviously, we had all the big Oscar predictions and Oscar news. But the first movie we're talking about this year, that's actually from this year, is DCEU's latest movie, and that is
Yes.
the Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I'll get into the title later. If you do not know what the movie is about, I don't blame you. Who does know what the Birds of Prey are? But this takes place after Suicide Squad. They wrote Jared Leto out with them breaking up, so it's Harley Quinn on her own having to go up against Black Mask, played by the fabulous Ian McGregor.
The
So
GOAT.
the goat, yeah, he's got goat beard as Obi-Wan too. But
Oh yeah.
Mike, what'd you think of Birds of Prey?
Well, after watching it, I did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a fun movie to watch. It was definitely a feminist movie, as far which is not a bad thing. Let me just say that.
I
I'm
felt it
not
didn't
holding
overdo
that.
that part, which I
Yeah,
liked.
it was very subtle, but
Mm-hmm.
also the message really came across, and it kind of hit home to a lot of issues that women go through in the workplace, which it's seen by like Black Mask and as far as uh the GCPD building, like what Montoya goes through, like the heckling of all her male officers and superior. So I feel like they kind of did a nice transition into that and kind of set it up. And also, it's kind of the first comic book movie where it's all female leads. There's not a single male lead in the film, and all the antagonists are males.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I mean, yeah, obviously there's Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel as female-led movies, but
It's not a
so
full cast of female heroes like that.
yeah, you
I think
still have
that's
Chris Pine, Samuel Jackson backing them up. Here, I mean, it's just more females and Hyena.
correct. Bruce the hyena. But other than that, I thought it was very well done. It was entertaining. I really enjoyed the soundtrack to it as well,
The
which
soundtrack was surprisingly good.
which also, funny enough, is all female artists.
I mean, for the type of movie they're making, I guess that works. I mean, I didn't really have any issues with any of the songs. I listened to some of the new music made specifically for the movie. Um, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I thought the soundtrack worked really well. Like I said, in total, I enjoyed the film. It was a fun watch.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is technically not Marvel Studios their answer to that, but basically their answer to a Deadpool style movie, but with DC characters. I guess. I mean, obviously, nothing too outrageous because what you can do with Deadpool, but considering where Harley Quinn was in Suicide Squad to now is almost night and day in how she acts, how she fights, but the essence of the character is still there. Like I will say, one of the issues I had with the marketing for this movie and the trailers they had is I hated Harley Quinn talk. I hated Margot Robbie talking as Harley Quinn in the trailers. I don't know what it was. I hated it. Whenever she did the Harley freaking Quinn line, I cringed. The movie, absolutely so much better. She knocked it out of the park with her performance. Absolutely. Would you agree that she's basically like she is like a near perfect Harley Quinn? Or
I would argue that she is the only and greatest Harley Quinn we've seen on the big screen. I mean, when you look at the Arkham video games or the animated movies that the DC has put out that involve Harley Quinn and even just like comic renderings. She's like perfect for the role.
Yeah.
She completely embodies that persona, and you know, it's kind of weird to see a Oscar nominated actress who's able to play such an iconic comic book villain technically that is almost in a sense below her pay grade.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't know. I wouldn't say being like leading a superhero movie is below her pay grade. I mean, with the amount of, you know, people involved in Marvel Studios, there's a lot of solid talent there that you would never think would do a Marvel movie, but then there they are suiting up.
Well, I feel like because her career has been on the rise ever since, you know, Wolf of Wall Street and Suicide
Hmm.
Squad. And you know, she gets decent sized roles. So it really must show that she truly enjoys playing the character.
Oh no, she does. I mean, she said in an interview she does. I mean, you know, if I don't know if you paid attention in the credits, but she took on a bigger role in this movie enough that she's a credited producer for the movie.
Correct.
She's also the one that apparently came up or pushed for the long title, which personally I think hurt the box office a bit. I think Harley Quinn Birds of Prey would have been a lot easier for the general public. I understand she said she liked, you know, long titles because they're funny as a kid. I get that, but for marketing wise, I don't think it was a good move. But no, she was great as Harley Quinn. It's good that she cares about the character and puts a lot of
It
effort
show,
into getting it right.
yeah, it really pays off.
Yeah. I was wondering if there was any other standout characters for you. For me, Huntress was a standout character. Just a lot of laughs. Even obviously, Huntress doesn't mean it. A lot of jokes, good jokes coming from her.
Yeah, because I mean, she kind of played like this awkward, badass female vigilante. Was awesome to watch throughout the film. I mean, a big standout scene that I still like to this day, even watching it again, when she's going down the slide and the guy's coming back after her, and like she does a turnaround, hops up over him, and then starts stabbing him. Like I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
cool scene.
She really is Batman without any social skills, basically.
And also, if Batman used a crossbow and killed people,
Well, yeah. At least it's not a bow and arrow, right?
yeah.
Y-
Another one is obviously Ewan McGregor.
yes.
This guy can play a wide variety of roles, and he completely killed it in this one, which we'll go into a negative later on. But yeah, his his short fused anger outbursts really did R- Black Mass character justice, because any graphic novels, any animated short movies you see with Black Mask in it, he's got a short fuse, and when he explodes, he's very volatile, which you see in this movie. It's kind of like borderline bipolar.
I did
Once,
like how, well, he was the antagonist. There was some depth for the character. There was specifically one scene where he's, trying to work on a business deal, and he mentions how his father threw him out. His
yeah,
family doesn't care for him, and that's kind of the reason why he's pushing so aggressively to build this empire. So it's not just he's evil and an asshole for no reason. It's he was hurt by his family, so he's in the mode of fuck everyone. I'm doing my own thing, my way. Does it involve killing people when needed? Yes, but there is some more depth to him now, and they don't go to so far as to make you feel sorry for him. Oh no, no, no! But
oh, you hate him.
yeah, like you understand where he's coming from, but he's still an asshole, and you know he's a pain in the ass. What'd you think of the second antagonist, Zaz?
Zaz was, I think, pretty good. You know, from the few things I know about the character, he did it pretty well because he's a psychopath that enjoys murder, but
Yeah,
more than that, more of the torture aspect to the murder, which you can tell like he gets pleasure out of hurting people.
yeah, he
Which,
definitely does.
you know,
Uh,
overall, I feel like the casting in this movie was actually pretty solid.
yeah, I mean, I do feel Black Canary and the what's the cop's name again?
Montoya.
Montoya. They're both underused a bit for the most part throughout the movie. Their performances are fine. I have nothing against performances. It's just the script
Yeah.
did not give them much to work with, really. And again, going back to the title, like they say it's Birds of Prey, and then Harley Quinn at the end. It's a Harley Quinn movie through and through. Like just to
Yeah.
get that straight, it's a Harley Quinn movie for 2/3, and then it's team up. I think we really do need to mention the action scenes are really good.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of it was done by the John Wick stunt teams, so it shows why the action's pretty good. My personal favorite was Harley going to the GCPD. Cops are fucking terrible. I gotta say, like, did you notice how like no cops really put up a fight? Like, fucking no wonder Batman gave up in this universe. God damn.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Margot Robbie coming at you. Are you gonna do anything about that? You're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this happen.
I guess, but
But also, like, she took the majority of them by surprise.
she did. I just mean like toward the end, like no
Yeah.
one's gonna step in.
But I think the biggest standout fight scene for me is still within the GCPD, but when she's in the holding cells.
Okay, that one was shot really well. I gotta say that's.
Oh yeah, that one was awesome. Another thing I will say, the broken leg thing is a huge crutch in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Harley Quinn broke at least 10 legs in this movie. At least.
Harley Quinn hates people walking.
Yeah, that's a fact. She broke this one guy's leg, each leg, and then the second leg was broken twice in two different directions.
Yeah. Seeing it go back and forth like that was it was almost hard to watch.
Yeah, but we've watched John Wick. We can go through
Yeah.
some fake leg breaking.
And besides, it's not even the most goriest thing in the movie, is it?
No, but I know what you're getting at, and that wasn't even that bad.
I mean, I'm talking about
For
the face, cutting up those faces. Seeing,
yeah, but that wasn't really shown.
I know. I was just surprised it was shown in the corner like that as the camera's panning. I'm like, okay, they're
Yeah,
going that far.
like takes the face off and just throws it on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, respect. That's what Zaz does. Like, it's not like they're hiding away from it. So, let's go into the main negative. I feel we both have. Before we go into it, we will need to talk about spoilers. So, if you don't care about spoilers, or continue listening, or if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to be spoiled, now's your time to stop listening, because we do have an issue with a certain character. Mike, how do you feel about Black Mass dying within the movie?
I mean, it sucked because, like I said, Ewan McGregor's performance was amazing, and it would have been awesome to see him return, like maybe against a different antagonist. Maybe Batman or Red Hood. Like, that would be cool. But in hindsight, it kind of makes sense that he wouldn't go up against them because he didn't really do any fighting himself at all in this movie.
That's true. He just kind of kept hiring people and letting them go out and do the work.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense for, a crime boss to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really going to be getting his hands dirty. I mean, you've seen those very nice gloves he keeps wearing, right?
Yeah. Different gloves for different outfits.
Yep, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed when that happened because Ian McGregor is so fucking good in this movie. He kills it. And it's just, see, not only like die, but like die in pieces, in frame fully. So it's not like, oh, well, he died off screen. We can just write him back in. No, he's in 20 different pieces. He's not Deadpool. He's done. I was also a bit disappointed in that he only wore the mask for like 10 minutes. Really?
Yeah.
Was the mask cool? Yes. Should have been used more.
I agree.
Especially since they teased in a few flashbacks him using it throughout the movie. Finally wears it for the final battle. And it's taken off almost immediately. I definitely feel Victor Zsasz was underused. The fact that he is supposed to be this crazy psychopath that loves killing people, really enjoys it. The fact that he wasn't able to let loose and go one-on-one with someone, or get some decent hits in, I thought was kind of a waste of his character. I don't know, like,
not wrong.
Like his personality, like they nailed the personality, they nailed him being interested in killing throughout the movie, but when it came time to let loose, he was used as the sacrificial kill to get everyone together and face Black Mask and all those hired people. So it's
Yeah.
like story-wise, it works. I just wanted to see more from him because really, besides the Gotham TV show, he's not really in any live-action stuff. You know, he's not used often.
No, he was seen briefly in Batman Begins.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
It was during the court. It was during one of the court scenes when whatever her name is, Katie Holmes was like, you know, prosecuting, and Scarecrow was like, "Oh yeah, no, he's actually mentally unstable." And then he's later seen at the end, but that's pretty much he literally has zero speaking lines. They just mention his name and you see him.
Okay. Was there anything else that you didn't like about the movie?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this one piece.
Okay.
It would have been nice to know exactly why Black Mask wanted Harley Quinn dead. Because, like, they kind of give you a reason, but it doesn't really feel that compelling.
I mean, they gave you like 50 different reasons, including voting for Bernie. So there you go.
Yeah, but I feel like that was just more of like comedic stuff that, was ripping off Deadpool. Like, maybe if there's because most of the people got flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Black Mask didn't get any flashbacks during that.
I'm kind of fine with the motivation. They made it pretty clear that Black Mask only showed respect and kindness to Harley Quinn because of the Joker, right? He doesn't want the Joker coming into his club and fucking things up. When he hears she's open season, it's probably a lot of. I mean, based on the character we've seen, he's very short-tempered, and he has been able to hold any hatred he has had for the Joker and Harley Quinn for years, and hear them break up means he can kill Harley Quinn, let out his anger, and have no repercussions. It makes sense. The first thing he does when he hears it is, "Come on, bring her over. Let's get done with." Like, I thought that was fine.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just wanted a little bit more backstory.
Okay. No, I guess I get it because the main flashback you see is her breaking the legs of the driver, right? That's the main one. But you're right. Maybe there could have been a bigger moment that maybe she did something with the Joker that really screwed him over.
Yeah,
but,
like it was a business deal that like the Joker completely stole or something like that.
And you bringing this up leads me into my other main issue with the movie, and this is going to sound weird, but I actually wanted to see Jared Leto's Joker. I want him in the movie.
Yeah. So did I.
Because I rewatched some clips of Suicide Squad. Don't ask me why. And the movie ends on a very positive note of Joker and Harley Quinn, him breaking her out of prison. It really would have been nice to see him as a recurring character in the movie, showing his side of why they broke up. Obviously, they wrote it fine, whatever, but if you think about it, it's kind of lazy how they, like, just, they just got into an argument and he was just done with her. Meanwhile, Suicide Squad showed him repeatedly trying to save her.
But if you remember, this wasn't supposed to be the next movie we got.
No, it wasn't, but, Suicide Squad came out 3.5 years ago. You've had time to rewrite stuff.
But I think the biggest issue was because we were supposed to get a Joker and Harley movie.
Yes, that was one of the rumored projects that was supposed to be happening. I feel they could have incorporated, like, I feel like that movie, which never really got off the ground anyway, right? There was never really a director or writers attached. They should have incorporated Jared Leto. Like, I assume he'd want a redemption chance to redeem the character with a better writer. The script here is pretty good. And I think... No? Okay.
And the main reason why is I think Jared Leto was done with Warner Brothers.
I wouldn't blame him. He said he had another 15, 20 minutes filmed with the director, the more abusive side, and there's a bunch of other things. And that was all cut. And honestly, if I was him, I got all this shit on the internet, and Warner Brothers didn't have my back. I mean, you could be right. I mean, he did Blade Runner, but that was about it for Warner Brothers after that.
I mean, he's in Marvel now.
Yeah, he's in Marvel now. Maybe that's the case. I just feel it would have been better, and it would have added more depth to the thing that started it was the breakup and the emancipation was have the Joker, because even if you had the Joker available for flashbacks, we could do what you wanted, which is have a big scene where the Joker and Harley Quinn helping the Joker fucks over Black Mask, and he's fucking done. He wants to get rid of him.
Yeah, but they specifically cropped him out of anything that involved him.
Oh yeah, especially in the bat scene. I was like, all right, guess we're not seeing the face either.
Yep. Or the tattooing scene.
Tattoos, yep, nothing. So I would have liked it. I think would have added more to Harley Quinn's story. Obviously, still break up at the end. I'm not saying have them get back together, but if you saw him keep trying to come back and interfere with the plot and try and get her back, that would have been nice to see. I mean, besides that, I thought the movie was pretty good. Like you said, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. I guess that leads into where would we put it in the DCEU? I would put it above Aquaman and Justice League immediately.
Oh yeah.
Past,
I would put it above Batman vs Superman as well.
okay, that's going to be a no for me. I put it better than Wonder Woman.
See, I don't think it's I don't think it's better than Man of Steel or Wonder Woman. I think it's a lot more fun to watch than Wonder Woman is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Wonder Woman's a stronger movie as a whole.
Okay. See, I need to watch Wonder Woman sometime before the 1984 comes out because I left watching Wonder Woman. It's like it's fine, but it's nothing great, really. Like it's nothing special.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of cool things that they did, and once again, Gal Gadot killed it as a character.
Yeah, she did. But I'd say Birds of Prey is third place for me. Solid.
Yeah, I would agree with you on the third place. Different order, of course, but
it is a shame it's not doing as well box office wise.
Yeah, it is one of the stronger movies that have come out of the DCEU.
Yeah. Right now, in case anyone cares about box office numbers, it is tracking to be the lowest DCEU movie domestically and worldwide by at least 100 million. The only upside for Warner Brothers is the movie was about $80, $90 million to be made plus advertising. So it's not a big budget movie. It's not super big. That does help. But, I mean, obviously they didn't expect this. And I think no one expected this. I'm surprised, it went this low because Rotten Tomatoes score, that's pretty good. Audience score is good. It's not like it's being rated like it's a piece of shit movie. It's being rated as one of the better DCU movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's rated higher than it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's rated better than half of the DCU movies. So
actually rated the second best.
What's higher, Shazam or Aquaman?
I think it's
Shazam.
It's Wonder Woman's the highest.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah,
and then I think Birds of Prey, Shazam, Aquaman, and then everything else is lower.
Yeah, because I know like 4 of them are rotten. But so I will say that the director was smart with leaving the movie open-ended for Birds of Prey 2. But if this is the only movie, it works fine. They can take Harley. They're already having her in Suicide Squad 2, and then that can be the continuation. I would like to see more Huntress and the other characters. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But yeah, Mike, do you think with what DC and Warner Brothers are doing now, do you think a sequel would happen based on these numbers?
Oof. I mean, based on the numbers, it's not as likely.
Okay.
Because, performed a lot better. Of course, it was going to get a sequel. I mean, should they? Absolutely. Because the movie is strong. They did a great job with the characters, and you want to see what comes next.
All right, how about I'm going to float you an idea. You tell me if it's a good substitute or not. So you've heard of HBO Max, right? The big streaming service. They're doing a Green Lantern show. They're doing a couple DC stuff exclusive to it. What would you think of a limited series, a lot like Titans, Swamp Thing, whatever the Green Lantern show is, with the Birds of Prey cast they set up with, minus Harley Quinn, as they go around Gotham?
I mean, it could work. But I feel a separate Birds of Prey movie without Harley Quinn would be just as entertaining.
It wouldn't be just as entertaining, no, but realistically, I don't know if Margot Robbie would lend the character back to a HBO Max TV series. I don't
know. I'm saying I would prefer a movie even without Harley Quinn in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that, but I feel
we see all these characters we can explore, and as the Birds of Prey, because Harley Quinn technically isn't even in the Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I know from the comics that they're missing a member or two, right?
Yeah, technically Batgirl is
Okay.
Birds of Prey.
Well, there's that
But
Batgirl movie that just keeps floating around. If that ever gets made.
yeah, just like that Nightwing movie.
Oh yeah.
But so like for a sequel, you could explore more into Black Canary, because they kind of hint around to the idea within the movie that her mom might have been the original Black Canary.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean they did hint at the end of the first movie. I would have liked to seen a flashback of that or something. They just kept referencing it. Yeah, no, I mean I would prefer a movie first and foremost, but I'd much prefer a TV series over them not being used at all again because they have something
Agreed.
good there. So let's wrap it up with our recommendation: yes or no. I'm a yes. Mike, yes or no?
Oh, it's a strong yes on that one. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely go see it. You don't need to see Suicide Squad to see this movie. Obviously, there are a couple small references to it if you did watch it. Otherwise, you can just sit down, watch it, enjoy it. They explain it, the rest of the cast in the movie. But Mike, if anyone has any thoughts about Birds of Prey or how the DCEU is going right now, where can they let us know?
As always, you can send us an email at entertainmentexpansion@outlook.com, or come on down to our Instagram page, give us a follow, send us a direct message, leave a comment under our latest post, and finally, check us out on YouTube. We got a whole bunch of other movies on there, movie discussions that you guys will probably get a kick out of.
Yeah, I bet they would. I'd recommend that. But that is it for this week's episode of Entertainment Expansion. Thank you for listening, and see you next week.